Hello YouTube, this is Krosama, and here I have the Nemo unicorn color version. It is beautiful. I honestly did not care for it, but like at first I was like, it's probably not gonna be that good. I really did buy it for the colors, and it turned out the colors not only are amazing, but the model itself is fantastic. Very few problems I have with it, but overall it's a great kit. So let's go ahead and tackle up the different parts. Well, first up is the head, and as you can see with the visor, it is just beautiful. I'll go ahead and swivel this on my own, but yeah, I love the head. The head looks fantastic. You can see actually you can see the inner frame parts right there. Look gorgeous, no problems. You got your head Vulcans, which you can actually paint black if you really want it to be black. Yeah, I just love the colors. I love the blue mixed in with the tealish looking green. I know it looks like a regular green on the camera, but over here it actually looks very teal. Probably the light is actually making it a little bit brighter in a sense. So, and the red top little crown looks pretty good. So no problems with the head whatsoever. It has pretty decent movement. You get your little antenna up there, which is pretty cool. Really reminds me of a lot of the gyms. So yeah, let's move on to the arms. So looking at the arms, you can see they have a 90-degree angle right there, and there's actually two joints within the arm, right here and right there. So you can get some nice mobility, as you can see. I love the way it is. I love the way it bends. It bends very, very well. No issues whatsoever. You know, it holds weight very, very well. Once again, the colors is going to be nice. You can go ahead and paint the inside of those vents black, which makes it a little bit more appealing, I believe. And these gray parts inside looks nice. You get a really good level of detail. You could probably paint on a little bit more, but I went ahead and just kind of kept it simple. You can actually put some decals on there, but they're going to come out pretty much non-existent. So I did start putting a couple on there, especially on the blue. But I decided to stop because they're just not coming out right. And these are very, very old decals, whatever you want to call them. So I'm not really into putting them on here. I put a couple of the rub-on ones, as you can see, on the shoulder part. And I put one on the shield. Now was it. They just didn't come out that well. And plus, this isn't, I don't know, this isn't a kit that really needs decals. I mean, it's fine. It's so perfectly fine the way it is. I have no problems with the shoulders. I had no problems with the arms. So let's go ahead and move on to the body. So looking at the body, you can see the hatch opens and your little guy's going to be in there. And I don't know, I love the way the hatch opens. It just really seems more realistic to me. I'm probably just going to leave him displayed with the hatch open, him holding his hand out. You see I have a couple of decals on his body, which shows up, but once again, these are really bad decals. You can see the lining on them, which most of the kits nowadays with decals, whatever, they actually look pretty good. I'm not gonna say they're borderline water slides, because they're not, but they do look very well made nowadays. They're not as I guess not as low quality as the previous ones. And this is actually I think a 2006 kit, only with a few new parts, so it's not that bad. Just a recoloring of an older kit. And you know, believe it or not, this kit holds its own weight. You know, it's an old kit, but it's very, very sturdy and very well made. I really don't have anything falling off on him at all. I mean, he holds his own. He's very, very gorgeous. And I love the backpack. I love the little middle two thrusters. I think those are fine. So all right, let's go ahead and move on to the waist. And as you can see here, he holds his two beam sabers in the back. And on the sides, the side armor, the side skirts, can actually hold a couple of his weapons, which is pretty cool. I like the whole holster kind of looking thing. You know, a lot of kits have that. I mean, you got like the Strays. They usually have stuff on the side to where they can put their stuff, like this Strike Nor. He could put his pistols on the side. I mean, the red frame can put his swords. You know, you got a blue frame. He has his daggers. So that actually looks pretty nice. I like it. I welcome it. The front skirts, however, are going to come out very, very plain. There's no panel lining that's really involved. The side skirts aren't going to have much panel lining that's going to be involved. The back skirt is actually just one big block and does not move. So I mean, that's not necessarily a problem, but it could have been, you know, done a little bit better, especially the front skirts. But once again, this is an older kit, so don't pay no mind. You know, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a make or break on your purchasing opinion. So now with the legs I think is the best part about the entire model. You get some nice inner frame in there. I mean, it looks gorgeous. The back thrusters can actually, like, the hatches can open up, which is pretty cool if you want like an open hatch little scene. I mean, you can pretty much strip one half of him, you know, just down to the inner frame, and it would look really cool. I kind of wish they would have came with some clear parts for him. Whether or not I would have used them, it would have been a nice option, because I have them for my Crossbone, I think for a couple of other Gundams. So if I do want to have you know, the inner frame with the clear parts on them, it would have looked very, very gorgeous. I mean, the colors on one side, and then, you know, this really nice inner frame, very well made. It would have looked pretty good. So either way, it's fine the way it is. It just really it makes me get a good Zeta feel from him, because a lot of Zeta models had a lot of inner frame showing, you know, like just, you know, kind of spaces in between the armor, and you would see some inner frame. I mean, you see that with a lot of kits from the Zeta series. I mean, the Zeta himself, you know, has a lot of inner frame showing here and there. So very, very well done. And the legs, to me, it was the biggest thing that sold me this kit. So the skirt armor, it's fine, moves up and down, nothing crazy about that. The feet themselves, it's just one part that moves. It's not like how a real grade has multiple joints, or, you know, the RX-78-2, how it has like 3 different moving parts on it. It just has 2, which is fine. Well, not 2, it only has 1 right here. The back actually stays still, so it only has 1 point of movement, but it's still fine. It has great range of movement for the legs. You know, the feet move very well, and the actual knee joints. So, and here's all the weapons you'll be getting, excluding the beam sabers, which is going to be on the back. You know, he comes with 2 beam effects, so that's pretty cool. But if you want to just swap them out with a different beam effect, that's, you know, completely fine as well. Now he's going to have the one that he originally comes with, which I do believe is, no, it's not this one. It's definitely this one. So he's going to naturally come with this weapon only. These other 2 are the ones that came with the this exclusive version. But this is what comes with the original model, if you just want to know. So it's fine. It's just going to be a different color. It's going to be all gray, while these are more of a bluish gray. Now this weapon right here is actually very, very awesome, because these parts right here actually come off, and you can interchange them with these parts. So you can make it shorter, or you can make it ridiculously long. Like I believe this is like a sniper, because it has this looks like a bipod, but this doesn't actually split. So it looks like a bipod. But it looks pretty cool, and this can change out. You can actually change out the magazine with a heavier round. I mean, these rounds will obviously be bigger for the rifle, instead of you know, your normal rounds. Your I think it's 5mm rounds right here. Well, I don't know what the hell a Gundam round would be. Not 5mm, but for us humans, it would be like a 5mm round. So and these will probably be like 50 cal rounds, just bigger for the Gundam. So I love this feature. I mean, I tried out all the ones. I tried out all these little interchangeable muzzles, and they all look fantastic. I mean, this is my favorite one right here, because it's just very simplistic. But if you want him to be kind of like in a prone position, you know, or some kind of like in a kneeling position while sniping, this would be your best bet. And I love this part. But mine's gonna be, he's pretty much gonna be holding this while having his hatch open, so it's just preferences. But these are definitely the weapons you're gonna be getting, guys. So, and here's gonna be your shield that attaches to the arm with that part, and it actually can move down like so. and come back up. So, and I put the AU sticker on there just to have some kind of decoration, and the color looks good. It's going to be just pretty much a few parts, 2 big blue parts as well as that center yellow, and it's fine. It's an okay shield. It's very, very thin, so this thing ain't going to be blocking much in you know, the Gundam world. So I don't know why they wouldn't invest in a thicker shield, but whatever, it's just Gundam. So okay, last but not least, you're gonna have these decals right here, as you can see. I didn't use them, honestly. I'll probably invest these in maybe a couple other Gundams that could use them. I mean, I got Anaheim Electronics right here, you know, Anaheim Electronics. So I'll probably invest those in a couple other Gundams I have lying around. And then this is the decal sheet I was talking about. Very, very light gray, and it's going to be just hard to really tell on this green, so I decided not really use them. I used a couple on the blue and on the weapon shield, not shield, just the weapon main body, so that was it. All in all, this kit is fantastic. The only things I had a problem with is obviously its age, but that really can't be helped, because I mean, its age is actually fine. It has its faults. I would say just the quality of the plastic really didn't feel good. It really felt like a cheap plastic, and I guess that's really about it for. No, also these things won't stay on worth the hell, but it doesn't really pose as a problem. It's the little wrist armor or whatever. Those don't stay on worth the shit. So invest in some glue. That's what I should have did, but I usually get lazy and don't even glue the damn things. But yeah, it's a great kit. So many posable options. So just go ahead, buy it if you really like grunts. I'm not a grunt fan at all. I mean, if y'all see my channel, y'all know I'm a straight up Gundam guy. That's it. But this is one of the very few grunts. I think it's just this and the Genoese and the Claunch. Those are like the only goddamn grunts I buy. Will have bought. I might be getting a Jimmy one day, but those things are old as fuck. I think there's a Jimmy 2.0, so I'll probably invest in that, because I know the 2.0 RX-7-2 is a very well-made kit, and I'm probably going to buy that prototype exclusive coming out, I think in March, if I'm not mistaken. So that's it, guys. Just want to hurry up and make this nice review for y'all, because I've been slacking. I've been more worried about Gundam Breaker than actually doing reviews, and I keep on forgetting what my channel is all about, and it is about Gundam reviews, which I need to kind of start up a little more. So I'm going to be planning on making a schedule one of these days whenever I'm not super busy at work. But yeah, just plan on that. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and I got my little crow guy over here. He's my new mascot, because he's Crow and I'm Crow, so we're crows. Yeah. That's it, guys, and I'll see y'all later. Do y'all want to see how much stuff like extra y'all can begin with this thing? This is all the extra shit. Just look how much. Just leg parts, legs. Look at that. Waist skirts. What else we got? Look at that. God, just so much back skirt armor. Oh my god. This is thrusters. You get thrusters extra. How the hell do you manage that? Extra visor, an extra shield, this part. God, just an extra head. What is this? More goddamn side skirt armors? So, yeah, that's a lot of extra shit.